Welcome to a psychiatrist's take on the Bible. This podcast does not provide psychiatric, medical, or professional advice, opinion, treatment, or counseling. It contains general information for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for psychiatric, medical, or professional care. It does offer a unique "so what" take on the Bible of a board-certified psychiatrist who is also an ordained minister.
As you know, faith is enough. Faith, only faith. It's not faith plus works. We know that. However, what does that mean? I love to review in my own head frequently the elements of faith. First, you have to have a situation where one of God's principles is called to bear. Turn the other cheek, walk the second mile. Something that we need to do in a tough situation. Next, you need to not be all excited about wanting to do it. A while back, I went on a fast, something that is not very easy for me to do. And by God's grace, managed to fast for 40 days. And it's not one of those fasts where you eat at night. And Lord gave me clarity of mind and strength, although it was very difficult. I remember running into someone else and talking about what I'd learned through the process. Oh, they said, fasting is easy and fun. Okay, well, good for them. But I don't think it would take much faith on their part to do it, that go through all that and trust that God would bless you for it. You know, when the situation makes you wonder, okay, if I do it God's way, will I even survive? What will other people think about me? Will it really make any difference in the situation? And I'm not sure I'm strong enough, and I'm not sure I know how to do it just right. And then it comes down to this. He told you to do it. He gave his life for you. You owe him everything. So let's go ahead and do it. And we move our body parts. We yield our members, slaves, and instruments into his hands. And then afterward, we rest, leaving it all in his hands. I remember one lady, she was very obedient, but then she would always worry, did I do it right? Did I do it right? There's really no stress in faith, because even when we're in that phase where, boy, we don't know if this is going to work, we do know one thing. Where else are we going to go? I remember when everyone was abandoning Jesus, and he asked the disciples, so are you going to abandon me? Peter says, nowhere else to go. He didn't say, oh no, this is great. But he knew one thing, there was nowhere else to go. And so what does it come down to? It doesn't come down to doing things so perfectly it turns out the way you'd like. It really comes down to standing. Having done all to stand, stand therefore, having yourself girded with the belt of truth, having on your head the helmet of salvation and the breastplate of righteousness, and on your feet the gospel to share with others. And above all, take the shield of faith to stand. There was a tribe in the Old Testament that was well armed, and they went out to battle, and yeah, we got this. And then when the enemy showed up, they all ran away.